Hello my coloring friends and mixed media artists, it's Mandy here. Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be my completed pages for the whole year of 2023. I did a lot of buddy colors and other pages that kind of had me held up through the year that I just didn't get time to film every month. Busy doing things like I've said in other videos. So let's get into it. The first book is Kirby Roseanne's Fragile World, and the page that I did in here is this page, and this is a buddy color with Bee's Coloring Hive, my good friend Bee. This one actually took me quite some time to do. I don't have a good picture of her picture, but hopefully by the time I'm done editing this video, I will be able to pop a picture of hers on top of mine to show you how well hers turned out. The mediums that I used in this page were pan pastels in the background. I did some Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners. I used Black Widow pencils. And then I also used the High Forney pencils on the Kirby paper to test them out to see how well they would perform. And I'm going to give you kind of an up close look. It actually turned out really well. And look at those parrots pop. Now I chose to do a semi-realistic compared to Bee's. I did not realize that they had gray underneath their wings, but I just chose to do them all in one color, so I kind of felt bad, but I was already invested in it that there was no way I could change it up. If I'd have to say, this is probably one of my best pages for the year that I really enjoyed doing. And then I have another one that another buddy color page that we're going to look at next that was also one of my best pages. So I did a page out of Chamia, deero Pop Manga color. I actually did two for the year. The first one is this one. This was a buddy color with Ryou Artsy Corner. I have her version. I will try to pop a version on the video and editing. It will be like my first time putting a picture in. But the original page that we had chosen to do, I ended up messing up, and this is the second attempt at doing Ursula. I messed it up so bad that I could not repair it at all. But in a way, it was good because I ended up doing this and actually liked this more than I liked the other one. I ended up enjoying getting the hair a little bit more white than a silverly, so it was more like white instead of gray. I also used glittery watercolors, and whoopsies, got a mistake there. And part of the background is showing through, but you know, no mistakes in art. So, and then I used Chroma Flow pencils on this page, and it actually did pretty well with the watercolor. This paper will take some watercolor, but you cannot oversaturate it with water. So that was this one. The second buddy color page was this one, and I ended up doing a watercolor background on this. I ended up messing this up and having to acrylic paint her face to try to fix it, and then I drew in the features that were there because I ended up having a mess up with the paper, and then I sealed it with some Mod Podge because the paper got saturated with too much water. I was actually I had done a Brute Fooner skin combo and used Brute Fooner pencils for the hair. And like I said, I used watercolor for the background and the butterflies and the flowers. It was kind of challenging myself to use water mediums in my book. Excuse me. I have been sick and I've been wanting to film this. And getting back to some normalcy in the household and stuff. So I apologize for all the coughing. But like I said, I was just trying to challenge myself to use water mediums. I usually get frustrated with water mediums because the paper breaks down or I use too much. So I was trying to find some balance and doing that. And then I was also prepping these pages for a skin tutorial, just doing different skin tones with the Brute Fooner pencils. As you can see, my whip, I have this whip here in this book to finish, and I need to, oh, that's ghosting from the other side. So finish all these butterflies and put a background on here. But this was also with Ryou. So that is all that I have in this book for this year. So the next book is Halloween Mystery Pixels. This is a book that I've done the most pages in within a month out of the year. I was pretty much doing almost a page and a half in 2 days. I was really stressed out and I was just trying to find a way to relax, so I wanted to try out these mystery pixels and stuff, so I give it a shot. So there are 12 pages. So the first one I did with Super Tips with satin glazing liquid down. I did not like how the Super Tips and the satin glazing reacted to this newsprinty paper. It was like the satin glazing, or the Super Tips, just kind of sat on top of it. Color saturations was changing. I just did not like how it turned out. It's a great image, but I just didn't like how it performed with the satin glazing liquid. And so then, because of this, then I switched to permanent markers and got better results with the permanent. And I just did these with Sharpie and stuff, which was really fun to do. So these are bats. This is a pumpkin with Halloween candy coming out of it. A creepy tree that's got eyes. These are all mysteries, so you don't know what the image is until you finish the page. And that's kind of what motivated me to keep going, is because I would do a little bit and I would reveal the image and I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, oh, I gotta do more, I gotta keep going, and I gotta keep going. I recommend alcohol markers with this because of how thin the paper is. This one is one of my favorites in the book, is the owl. I really enjoyed this page. This one turned out actually really good. So I ended up choosing to just color in the whole square instead of doing the X method. I know a lot of people prefer the X method in these books, and I don't like that style, so I just rather do. And then this mummy guy. It looks like he's in a bag or something. It was kind of weird, but trying to figure out what it was. So, but there's this one. And then this creepy hand coming out of the grave. It was a killer doing all that yellow. Definitely. I used Sharpies for most of it, and then I also tried out some Prismacolor alcohol markers, which I really like the bullet tip for these smaller spaces, which was really good. I definitely went through several Sharpies with this, so I had to get another set because I went through quite a few trying to do all 12 of these pages. The spider was another one that I really enjoyed doing, and I liked it. Turned out really well. I like the color combos in the spider, quite different. I mean, it's the same color palette, it's just that the color palette varies with what's in the image, like what colors you're using. Sometimes you'll use the whole palette, sometimes you'll only use some of the palette. It just depends what the image is. This one, I could not figure out for the life of me. I knew that there was a pumpkin in it, but I couldn't figure out what this was. And what it was, it looks like ghosts. I can't tell you what it is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments, because I could not figure it out. And I know that this is a table. There's some sort of greenery around it. There's these little, down on the bottom, these little balls. So I really could not figure this one out completely. Like I said, I knew that there was a pumpkin, because pumpkin's easy to tell once you start getting into the oranges and the reds and the black, and you could definitely tell it's a jack-o'-lantern. But like I said, I obviously don't know what this is. Looks like this is like ghosts or something, or parts of it, and something else. I'm not totally sure. And then this one is, took me a little bit to figure out what it was too, because obviously the face, and this is Count Dracula, and he's got this weird, I don't know if this is a sucker or a light thing. It just was really weird. But it took a lot of grays and blacks to do the cape and everything else. There's a couple spots that the purple bled over, and in the top there. So, but yeah, this was really fun too. And then Frankenstein, this is another one of my favorite ones. I thought this was really cute. I really enjoyed this. I like the color combos, lots of bright, love the greens. It just reminds me of when my stepdad, that is like my dad to me, when he dressed up with my mom one year for Halloween. They were Frankenstein and his bride, so it was really fun. Well, no, it was not really Frankenstein, but they dressed up as Herman Munster and Lily Munster, but it ended up looking like he was Frankenstein. But, you know, really cute. And then the last one in this book is the cat sitting on there, which I thought was really cute too. Lots of grays. Like the dark blue palettes and stuff. This, you know, love the cat. So, reminds me a lot of my cat, Toby. So that's that one. And then obviously I have the rest of the book to finish up. But this is quite a big accomplishment to do 12 pages in a row in one single book. The next books I did were all various buddy colors with Micheala. With Micheala Colors and Creates. I have a good chunk of them finished. I still have some more for Christmas in July. For this coming year, like I said before, I am so tired of Christmas, because I probably colored more Christmas throughout this year than I have in any other years past. So, and this is 50 Christmas Elves by Camellia and Jacoba. And we did 2 pages, but for me, this is going to be a whip. I did most of this in gel pen, except for the deer, which I have to finish the deer. But yeah, that is the first page. Doing the gel pen background was a big mistake. That took me forever to do, and I just ran out of the one gel pen and had to make this dual tone. And I didn't really like doing that, and I couldn't get it to blend in. So yeah, this page is, like I said, gonna have to sit and wait, but it is a cute page though. And like I said, I made this so it looks like Rudolph. So, and then the other page that is buddy color is this one, and I did this with acrylic markers. I kind of liked how the marker reacted to the paper. it made the wood actually look like wood, just with how it dried on the paper and how it sat and the way that I colored it. And then, you know, obviously I had some marker kind of drying out a little bit, so yeah. But yeah, we did this one. Definitely working with acrylic markers in this made the book go faster. We had one more buddy color page in there, but I decided that that's also gonna, I didn't get it started, which is this page, but I also decided I'll have to do that in Christmas in July. So that's 50 Christmas elves. The next one is 50 Winter Christmas Fairy Houses by Chamia and Jacoba. And again, these are all buddy colors with Micheala. The first page I did was with water-based markers and acrylic paint, glitter paint. This one was my least favorite of the year because of the way how the water-based markers reacted with this paper, and I just did not like it. So I tried to keep the streaking to minimal by doing it all in one stroke. Yeah, just wasn't my favorite, but it's done. I was able to add the glitter paint to make it snowy. Yeah, not my favorite. And the next one I did in here, I don't have them all marked, so was this one. And I actually did this as a tutorial on the channel of how I used wax pastels or Crayola crayons or Neocolor ones, and used odorless mineral spirit to blend this out. And I don't think this was really a buddy color with Micheala, or it was, and maybe she didn't get this one finished. I'm not 100% sure. This was another one that I really enjoyed doing. I had fun. It just reminded me of ice skating when I was a kid. And then I also used some glitter gel pens on here too. And yeah, there's this one. And then the last one in this book is the gnome hat. Now this one was done with acrylic marker and some gel pen, and I really enjoyed how I was able to blend in the snow and with some metallic glitter acrylic marker. It was nice because I didn't kill my hand using up with all that space, blank space. And it's just a really fun picture to do. I mean, a really fun festive Christmas. This, Micheala didn't get this picture done, but I was able to, and this was also a buddy page with Micheala. So, then that was it in this book. The next book we did some buddy color pages in is called Christmas Magic. It's a fabulous festive designs to color. I ended up getting this book at a thrift store, and I ended up doing this one. This one wasn't a buddy color page because she had this one completed, and I thought it was really fun to do this. Definitely did this in gel pen, glitter gel pen. Definitely used lots and lots and lots of green, and you can see the glitter sparkly shine. This one is a mandala Christmas reused snowflakes, and they're pretty intricate, so I didn't really know what to do. And then the next one is this one, and I used gel pens again. Just kind of fun. You can see the shine and the glitter, and fun little mandala to do. Oh, it's late. And The last one in this book is this one. And again, I really enjoyed doing this gel pen, fun, just fun Christmas mandala. So, can't wait to work in this one again next year. Or later at the end of the year. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to go back to Christmas coloring because I said I'm tired of it. Then the next book is 50 Christmas Miniatures by Chamia and Jacoba. And okay, we did this page. I love this one. Absolutely love how everything turned out. The texture, the gel crayon, the glitter on the pom-poms. Just, and I've got glossy accents on the eyes. I believe I did this. I did it with alcohol marker. Did an alcohol marker base, and then I shaded with regular pencils. I think I shaded with Faber-Castell Classics, which I really liked how all the line work turned out on this one. This was another one of my favorite ones of the year. The next one we did was these penguins. I thought this was really cute. I just didn't give them a background because I had so much glitter on them, and I'm like, I don't know if I want them to have a background. They just are cute the way they were. So yeah. This is all gel pen. And then the last one in this book was this one. Did the same thing. Didn't want to do a background. Glitter gel pens. And it's just a cookie. Gingerbread man. All of her finished pages are, I believe, on her Instagram. I don't have copies of them to put them in the video to show you her finished pages, and you can find her Instagram at Micheala Colors and Creates, and I'll put a link down in the description. Next is Mickey and Co. Circle Menageries. I did several in here. So the first one I did was Figaro, and I really love this. I did him in all acrylic marker. Fortunately, I did not do satin glazing liquid on the base of this, but it still turned out really well, even though I didn't. I just loved how they worked very well on here. Now, I definitely could go back in with pencils and shade, and that would help more with the streaking part and shade with pencils, but I haven't done that yet. And I was just testing them out to see how they would react on the paper in general. And then the next one I did was Mickey. So I had a little bit of a flub up, but I tried to get it blended in and make it look like the gray was part of the eye, even though I know that it's not, but I was just trying to shade it in a little bit. So, and this was also done with acrylic markers, a different brand. This one was done with Artix. This one was done with the Temu brand acrylic markers, and I was playing around and finding out which marker brand that I liked, and you'll have to check out the tutorial that I did on the markers and how they performed. So, and the next two I did were the smaller circles, so I did Scrooge McDuck in all gel pen. I actually like the gel pen with these little squares, not squares, Amanda, wake up, circles. But it does take a lot of the gel pen and stuff, and it's all glitter when I actually wanted some more solid colors. So, and if you use the Staedtler fine liners in these books, there's ghosting, and sometimes it will bleed through because this paper is not very thick. I mean, it's like a Kirby Roseanne's paper, but like I said, I'm still trying to figure out how, and I don't know if I really want to use like water-based markers. I was going to try with these smaller circles with the bullet point of the acrylic markers to see how that goes. I just haven't tested it yet, so, and I will eventually. The next page is Daisy Duck. I had some flub up with her eyes, but I was able to save it with some white. And like I said, I had gotten I was testing the Inkjoy Pentel solid ink pens, and they didn't have all the colors in the color range, so I did have to use some acrylic marker because I definitely did not like the shades of the blue that they had for her skin. It just didn't work with the pens, so I had to kind of improvise. I also didn't like the purple either in her shirt. It was a weird, and the pink bow just kind of looked a little weird. This isn't one of my favorite pages, but I do like Daisy Duck, so hoping to do another one in this book and trying out. And this is what I mean about the Staedtler fine liners and some of the gel pens, the Pentel. They ghosted and seeped through. So like I said, I'm gonna have to find a different medium to work on these, or just specifically do pencil. So I'm not totally sure how I'm gonna go about. So, and I don't think I did anything more in here. I know I definitely want to order a second copy of this book because I like this book, but I've been playing around and testing in it, so I definitely want a clean copy after I finish all my testing in it. The next one is, don't ask me to pronounce it, but this is definitely related to dogs, and this is also a coloriage mystery. And let's see. I did 2 in here. Where is it? Okay, am I going crazy that I can't find my 2 pages? 29. I went past. So the first one is this guy, Pluto, the angel. And again, I actually did this with acrylic markers, and I prepped it with the satin glazing liquid. And the acrylic markers performed better with being prepped with the satin glazing. I was able to blend a little bit when I had some little mistakes into the lines to work a little bit better. I was able to do some, you know, you didn't see so much streaking in between, and this had about 2 coats of satin glazing liquid on it, and it definitely made these books go a lot faster. Now I don't have any Posca or Truly Art paint pens. I know a lot of people use paint pens in these, and that's one of the next things I want to get, is to try and see how the paint pens do. Otherwise, I'm going to probably end up doing, you know, some more work in pencil in these books, because or acrylic marker. So, and this was done with the Temu, and I think this was done with the Artex. Not sure which one, but yeah. So, and then this was Pluto as the devil, like your conscience on the shoulder. And this was also prepped with the satin glazing liquid, and you can see that it smooths out the lines better, and it absorbs the marker a lot better versus without it. So, yeah, so there's that one. And then I have 2 in 50 Halloween mandala adult coloring book by such and such diva that I did in here. I did this one in all gel pen. I definitely like how this came out and looking neon. glittery. So she just reminded me of the Wicked Witch of the West. Not East, because East, she was underneath the house with the red slippers on. So this just kind of gave me some Wizard of Oz kind of vibes. And then lastly, I did this fall one with all these pumpkins. So I did it all with gel pen. So that's it for this book. And lastly, I have an art journal page that I made upside down in my art journal in my sketchbook collage. And this was done, I was testing some supplies from Temu and the blending stump, and then I decided to play around with some stencils and some stickers and stuff, and I had already had this raised sun mandala in the middle, and then I did the circle stencils. I added some fabric and a different color palette, and this particular piece was based off of a song that I was listening to by Natalie Grant. FE stands for iron, and you know, one of my favorite verses in the Bible is iron sharpeneth iron, and you are found and seen by God, and that is part of that. And this piece is kind of really special. So I'll kind of show you, slide it up and down. And this piece is actually really special in a sense that this is the last art piece that my art teacher will ever see of mine. And he was excited and that I did a really good job on this collage, and I really miss him. I really miss Michael, my art teacher. And I know he is in no more pain. He's been found by God. And some of the things that he would tell me would be to trust myself, you know, to believe that I have the talent to do what I'm doing, and creating art and making this YouTube channel, and just all you have to do is believe. And I honestly believe he was one of the people that sharpened me in my artistic journey, and I am forever grateful for that, and I miss him. So this one goes out to, this is dedicated to Michael. And that is it for my completed pages for 2022. So, and I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you do, I would ask that you could like, comment, or even subscribe if you want to see more content like this and hang out with me as I'm on my artistic journey of learning and teaching and sharing what I love in my hobby of adult coloring and art in general. And I really hope you have a great afternoon or evening because I'm filming this in the evening, but you have a great day. Remember that you are found and that you are loved, and just continue to trust yourself. And I hope you have a wonderful time creating art, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye!